Hello and welcome to Pro Cycling Manager 2019, a brand new game, the latest in a long string of Pro Cycling Manager games. I've played a fair few, not for a long time though, but with this one being so new I thought I'd jump in and check it all out. We're going to start a new single player game. We're going to pick a Pro Cyclist and downloaded the WorldDB 2019 database so we get all the real names and jerseys and those sorts of things. So we're going to jump in and use that one. Let's create our rider. I've already had a little bit of a play with this one already, so I've got half an idea of what I'm doing. Last name Venturi, first name Max. It's very in keeping with the name of the channel. Project Slipstream, Max Venturi. I'm Australian. I'm going to make him Australian as well. Let's shrink him down a little bit. 73 kilos, that'll do. Make him a little bit, give him a little bit of a tan, not too much. Facial hair, no facial hair, no facial hair. And there we go. He looks aggressive, doesn't he? Let's go for a bit of that. Let's jump along. What's he going to be? Is he a climber? He's 19 years old. I think we're going to go Northern Classics with a bit of a sprint as well. Even Barrador has that. Northern Classics and climbing really doesn't do too much, does it? I think Northern Classics and stage racing is good. Potential grand champion. That just means that we've got lots of potential to grow in there. How's our sprint doing? Not great. Acceleration is also not great. That's okay. Next, alright, let's choose a team. So Northern Classics we're out. Let's see. So, Continental, and Continental Pro. So here we're basically sort of one of the leading riders on the squad. Here we're just a domestique, but I think this offers us the best opportunity for growth. Gets us riding in the better races on a better team. Less expectation as well. And if we can exceed that expectation, we can probably grow a little bit more. So I'm going to go for Total Direct Energy. Jump in there. Right, now it's time to find a little bit more about our rider. Season objectives, what have we got here? Paris-Roubaix, we're going to be a rider. Le Tour de France, that's exciting, isn't it? We'll get to ride Le Tour. And Lombardia as well. So some good races in there. Some really good races in there. Quite happy with that. We won't be able to have a look at our fitness yet or our training yet because it's still the 1st of January. We're not able to look at that stuff until the 2nd. So that's great. We'll accept those with great happiness. No trophies or anything just yet. First ride up will be the Australian Time Trial Championships. Let's move the day along and then just stop the simulation so that we can have a look at training and our objectives. So, okay, let's have a look here. What if we... So this is the Tour de France in the middle here, and we're really out of shape for that. We're not doing too badly for Lombardia, and Paris-Roubaix we're doing okay for as well, but... So that's actually not too bad. If I give it a break there... Yeah. What if we go easy there as well? Perhaps in medium? It just drops us off just a little bit, doesn't it? I think we go easy there. That's good. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Just tweaked it so that I don't have quite so much fatigue in the early part of the season. We'll pick that up once we get to the Tour de France, and then we'll really be a little bit tired when we get to Lombardia. Probably just going to miss the There we go. That looks good. Quite happy with that. Okay. Right, let's move this one along and jump into our first race, the Australian Individual Time Trials. Don't expect anything particularly clever to come out of this. We'll just go through the motions, really, see what we can come out of the day with. We're the only rider, short 37-kilometre time trial. Let's jump straight in and see how we go. So there is the starters ramp. We'll soon be lining up on that for our first individual time trial at the Australian Championships. And we're going to finish it in the top 50. That's really our only objective. Shouldn't actually be too difficult, I don't think. I think there's only 50 riders in total that take part. So we might be okay here. Alright, here we go. We are rolling down the ramp and out on the course. Not too much that we can really do with this one. Just really watch on and see how it goes. So let's speed this up and see what sort of performance we come up with. Alright, there we go, 24th at the moment, 16th rather at the moment, 24th on the way out. We're dropping it already. Let's speed this up and once everyone else has come in, see where we finish up. There we go, Rowan Dennis won the jersey, 46 minutes, that's not too shabby. Let's see where we finished up here, 25th, about exactly average, that's okay. That's not a bad result. We needed to be inside the top 50. We were 25th, so take that top half of the grid. And yeah, finished first race in Continental. Got some experience. Finished in the top 50. The boss is quite happy with that, so that's a good result. Okay. So let's have a look at some teammate requests. We're not anywhere near a position to do that, so let's get rid of all of these. We don't need them now. Okay, let's spin this along and head to the Australian National Championships. I'm the only rider for the team, so it's going to be interesting. I think it's just going to be a case of sitting in, remaining protected. We've got an okay sprint and acceleration, nothing to write home about. We're okay on the hills, not so good on the mountains, but let's see how we go. We're just going to sit in and then hopefully launch an attack towards the back end of the race. So here we go, time to get this one going. Running up the location, slightly different course. There are a couple of different options. So take the breakaway at the start, hold on as long as possible. Let's just pause this and have a look. Get some exposure during the breakaway over at least 140. Okay, alright, so we're not going for the we're not riding for the jersey then, we're riding for some TV time. We just need to get our way through to the front here, and any moment now there's going to be a hole in here somewhere. There we go, we're away. Alright, good stuff, straight up hill. Anyone chasing us? Doesn't look like it, does it? So let's just ride away and see what happens. One man break at the start of this one, all on our lonesome. A minute 42, minute 45, that's good. Building up a good advantage. We need to be out here for about 140 kilometers. That's the only downside. The good thing is that the first part of this race is largely flat, so what have we got? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. We're sort of 90 kilometers are reasonably flat, so that's not a bad thing. Just save a little bit of energy as well. We don't want to burn too much up in the early stages. So let's see how we go. We've got a couple coming across 3-man break following. They're only just off the front of the peloton. I'm not sure how we'll go, but we've still got about a 2-minute advantage over them. See if they catch up to us. If they do, I'm quite happy to work with them. Ultimately, it's about conserving energy as much as I can. Obviously, I want to be out front for as long as I can as well. So if I can be in a 5 or 6-man break, that's much better than being out here on my own. So we'll see if they catch up to us. If they do, we'll jump in and work with them. Okay, good news. We have been joined by those who are chasing me. That's good, because now I can have them do some of the work. I'm going to just back off, jump on the back of these guys. Still part of the early break, which is fantastic. So I've got 22 of 140 kilometers done. Let's just see how we get on with this one now. We've got 5.5 minutes over the bunch, which is great. Just work with these guys. We'll just sit on for a little bit, just recoup some energy. And once we have, I'm quite happy to start working with them. Alright, so we're halfway through our objective at this point. We've just hit the 70 kilometers in the breakaway marker. We've still got just under 5 minutes. It's starting to drop a little bit now, so the peloton's starting to close in on us as we are about to move to a slightly different variant of the circuit. So imagine we're going to start using this bit rather than the full loop. So that will start to change things a little bit. I'd expect this will start to fall a little bit quicker than what it is once we do that. But good news so far, we have done 75 of 140 kilometers. So we'll roll this one on and see what happens a little bit further up the road. Okay, so we're not too far away from our objective of having been in the break for 140 kilometers at 130, 139. Yeah, so that's about to pop up any moment down here and tell us job done. And then as soon as that happens, I'm just going to sit on, save my energy. There we go. Alright, so I'm just going to sit on, save my energy. Peloton is closed into about 2 minutes. There's 50 kilometers to go. I expect this little group will get caught now, so it's just a case of holding on, not burning up too much energy, I think, at this point. And let's jump back to the peloton, jump in, protect ourselves in the group a little bit, and then we'll live to fight another day. I expect this group will get caught in the closing lap, so all we're doing now is trying to get ourselves back into the group so that come the final lap we're in a good position to try and nab a good result. So with a late attackers here, police bike here, trying to knock me off. Mate, what are you doing? Right. Here we go. Alright, so let's find Matthews and let's just take position on him. Pump my effort back up to about 75, just so that we stay in there as well. So Michael Matthews is really the big threat here. He climbs well, he sprints very well. So he's the one that we're now watching out for. We'll stay in touch with him for the balance of this race. I think we'll be doing pretty well. So that lead group, it's just very, very slowly being caught, but there's still a few laps to go. 4 or 5 laps still to run here. So let's see how this one plays out, we'll pick it up again in a lap or two's time once things have condensed a little bit further. So the race is now really starting to toughen up. I've been dumped out of the back of the peloton once, had to chase back on a lap ago. I'm now riding much harder than I'd really like to, just to stay in the fight here. As we get to the top here, we should be able to race back across. Risk here is that we're going to get caught even further behind, so we have to keep burning this energy lap after lap to try and reclaim our spot towards the front of the peloton, so that when we go up the climb we can tumble back down the order but not be too far back, so that at the top of the climb we can't do this again next time through. So we're burning much more energy than I'd really like, but we don't have much of a choice at this stage. Next time around, it's about here that I'm going to launch my attack. I want to be... let's not do that. I want to get around this corner without too much drama. That's going to be the key challenge. So the breakaway has been swept up. We're now starting to drift our way back down the peloton once again. We're burning some serious energy. This is a drama, actually. Probably going to run out of energy before we get to the top here. Hopefully we can recover some of that. Get our way back to the front of this group as well. One more lap around. Hopefully this gets recovered enough. Thankfully we're not having to chase on too hard this lap, so we've got a little bit more opportunity to recover. So Rowan Dennis is allegedly attacking. Where's he? I can't see Rowan Dennis here at all. There's no one up the road from us. There he is. I'm not sure we're going to be able to go with that. It was just too far out for us. So I think we're going to have to... we don't have a choice. If we want to be in this, we're going to have to attack. Let's not use our gel just yet. Have to keep attacking here because that front group is just getting away. So burning energy here we really don't have. Really don't have. Let's use that gel. Right, this is where we get spat out the back pretty quickly, unfortunately. Race just too tough for us. That early break not helping us, but the pace is just too hot at the front. That attack from Rowan Dennis just stretched it to the point where we couldn't live with it, and that's going to be us pretty well done for the day. We might pick off one or two of these as they struggle into the finish as well, but yeah, I think we'll be doing well to be inside perhaps the top 20 or 30 even. So even this lot's jump back past. Let's see if we can jump on. See if we can work with Heinrich Hausler, chasing down the likes of Mark Renshaw and co. We are out of water here as well, but I'm not going to bother given we've only got 3 kilometres to go. going to be just outside the top 30 here, unfortunately. But that's okay. Let's leave nothing on the table. Who's going to win this? Michael Matthews, no surprise. McCarthy, as this lot now start to sprint as well. I've got nothing left to do that with, so we'll just ride home. And we're going to finish 35th place. So, not bad. We fulfilled our objectives. We rode 142 kilometres in the breakaway. We checked that box. Not the result we really were hoping for, but the race didn't go our way. Some strategy from some of the other riders hurt us rather. Rowan Dennis launched an attack with a lap to go, and that's what hurt us. But let's see what the boss man thinks of the Australian National Championship. Okay, so here are the results. Back in 35th place, 52 starters. So, yeah, not a great result for us, but ultimately we fulfilled our objectives. Picked up first breakaway more than 100 kilometres. That's good. First breakaway more than 50 kilometres. That's good. So picked up some good points. And what's the manager said? Yeah, very happy with that. So, yeah, very, very good indeed. Picked up a skill point as well, so we can now have a look at progressing our rider. Now, let's go for stage races, I think. That's the way to go. What's our maximum? Okay. I think we want to roll stage races here. And improves our cobblestones, which is good. Improves mountain hills, all those sorts of things. Let's bump this up. Let's increase our potential at this point. Okay, so there we go. Our first couple of rides, not too bad in the individual time trial for the Australian National Jersey. Didn't win that, but not too bad. Good performance in the Australian road race as well. Fulfilled some objectives. So a good result overall from Max Venturi in our first season as a Neo Pro. We'll leave it there. We'll come back to you with another race. Not sure what our next race is. Let's have a quick look before we run away. The next race is actually the... I'm not... I can speak a little bit of French, but I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. We're doing that one. That's the one that we're doing next. So I've got a little while away for that. Don't forget, if you like what you saw, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment below if you've got an idea of what we should be doing with our rider or some race tactics that you think we should try out. Do give us a subscribe if you like what you saw and you want to see more of it. Hit that little bell as well so you get notifications of when a new episode of Project Slipstream drops. Tuesdays and Thursdays for Pro Cycling Manager 2019. Using the updated world database as well as we develop Max Venturi from a Neo Pro into a world beater. Thanks for your company, and we look forward to joining you next time as we go riding with Max Venturi. Until then, keep riding.